Well, once again, thanks to our heroes defeating Frieza, the Earth is now at peace once again. Or is it? Hey guys, DB right here, and today I am back continuing with What If Vegeta Was Female, Part 14. And continuing right where we left off into the events of Dragon Ball Super, Golden Frieza had just been defeated by our Vegeta. Our Vegeta, who basically was able to take on Golden Frieza pretty much one-on-one from the very start, and didn't make this same mistake her male counterpart did, and just finished the Galactic Emperor off once and for all. Definitely a sort of killer instinct that Whis cannot help but be impressed with. After all, if he is indeed trying to look for someone to replace Beerus someday as a destroyer god, Vegeta and Goku are definitely high candidates for that, considering their power and talents as Saiyans. However, after this victory, Vegeta and Goku have earned a little break from training. Even though Goku isn't actually taking his break, he actually does go with Whis and continue his training on his own. However, Vegeta is doing something nice for her family, her husband Yamcha and their little boy Trunks, who, as I've said in previous parts, looks like a pretty much little boy version of the original Vegeta. Anyways, just something she has been just putting out off for some time, a little family time and vacation. They're going for a nice drive and just a picnic, somewhere just away from it all. And well, when I say relaxing drive, I can't really say really a relaxing drive with Vegeta at the wheel, who drives a bit like a hoon. Well, babe, you're definitely quite the road hoon, aren't you? You've got a problem with how I drive, Yamcha. Do I have to run you over with the car again? Nope. Nope, honey. No problem whatsoever. Just watch out for that pothole. Oh! And, well, Trunks is just having a good time enjoying the bumpy ride, actually, as opposed to his father, Yamcha. But, pretty needless to say, they do actually manage to arrive at this nice quiet spot. It's an area sort of similar to Mount Paozu, except they're right by a nice flowing lake or river. So it is quite a nice day out. Trunks is just playing around, flying around, chasing after the wildlife, and in some cases letting the wildlife chase him, hungry tigers and things like that. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Yamcha are just enjoying their company together. Ah yes, the Princess of Saiyans really has grown accustomed to her life here on Earth throughout the years, and has really mellowed out throughout the story. However, that is now about to change, because now Lord Champa, the brother of Lord Beerus, has now made his visit to Beerus's world and universe. What are you doing, brother? You almost hit me with that blast! Really? Because I was aiming for your head. What are you doing here anyway, Champa? And well, much like in the original, he's here to have their little competition on who has the best dish. And well, Beerus eating his egg, tastes like a regular egg to me. And of course, offering Champa the instant miso ramen. It's pretty clear that Beerus won that little competition. Where did you get this magnificent dish? On a planet called Earth. You should have one in your universe, too. Yep. Let's see. Well, Vardos, if you look at this little direction here, and maybe at that little spot right over there, you should see it. Oh, look, there it is. It's a complete mud bowl and wasteland. The humans do not make it in this reality. Who knows why, whether they were conquered by some other race or whether they simply destroyed each other because, humans tend to do that for some reason, destroy each other with nuclear weapons and such. Who knows? The bottom line is that Earth's not there anymore, so Champa decides, I'll tell you what, brother, how about we have this little martial arts tournament? If I win, we trade Earths with each other, and if you win, you can have my universe's Super Dragon Balls. Of course, this being a ploy, the Super Dragon Balls are divided between the 6 and 7 universe. There's 3 in the 6th universe, 4 in the 7th. Or is it the other way around? Either way, they're divided in both those universes. Champa has been sneaking to Universe 7 collecting all the Super Dragon Balls, as we know from the original anime. Beerus, not knowing this as of yet, agrees to the tournament. And, basically, Goku's keen, of course, for the martial arts tournament, as well as, Beerus, not so much, because, he stands to lose all his delicious delicacies if he loses. Goku, you and Vegeta better win this thing, otherwise it'll be your heads. Am I clear? Absolutely, Lord Beerus, and no problem, we got this. And with Goku going down to give Vegeta the good news, the team is set with Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Boo, and of course Beerus' choice, Monaka. That's how you pronounce it, yeah, Monaka. Anyways, difference is, Vegeta doesn't choose to make a written test for the warriors who are going to fight in this tournament. Which is good, because this would actually mean that Boo gets to fight in the tournament. And, first up, they basically decide that it would be Majin Buu who goes up first. And he pretty much takes care of the first guy, no problem, whose name escapes me, the big teddy bear looking guy. It's hard to remember all their names sometimes. There are just so many characters in the Dragon Ball universe. So anyway, he's out, and of course this means that Majin Buu has to battle with Frost. And it goes completely the opposite way than it does in the original, because none of Frost's tricks are actually working on Buu. None of this poison that he initially, took out Goku in the original and Piccolo in the original, just isn't working on Buu. Because of, mainly because of Buu's, regenerative capabilities, and plus, we haven't forgotten the time Mr. Satan fed him a bunch of chocolate that had enough poison to kill an elephant. So yeah, poison's not working. You prick Majin Buu! Buu think you lot of fun, very funny! Knocks friggin' Frost out of the ring, no problem. And as for the battle against the steamy, insensitive robot, but Buu just basically has a lot of fun dealing with him, because they're both just similar in a sort of way. They both can steam up and heat up the place, if you know what I mean. So when it came towards a battle of steam and that wasn't going to work, it essentially didn't work, and Buu accidentally insulting the Metal Man. He didn't mean to insult him, he was being playful. You're a funny Metal Tin Man, aren't you? But yeah, the oversensitive robot took that as an insult, and Buu got a surprise hit, and he was out of the tournament as well. And Well, then basically came to Cabba stepping in, and Vegeta actually wanted to battle with Cabba herself, so she kindly asked if they could substitute here, and whether or not that was actually allowed. Of course, Chopper going, "No, you can't do that. You're just scared that our fighter is going to win. You can't do that. I won't have it." I don't know, Lord Chopper. I think it's totally fine to have him switch. And well, the referee never stated that the fighters couldn't do that. It's just, yeah. And well, Vardos is able to talk Lord Champa down, and that, just think about it. We don't know what these fighters are capable yet. Perhaps if we see her in action, we'll get a hint on how good this team actually is, and be able to crush them even better. Alright, very well, I'm fine with it then. And with that, the switch is done, and you get Vegeta versus Cabba, and much like she does, well, in a different sort of way in the original, she does basically intend to make Cabba angry, so he can teach him how to be a Super Saiyan, as Cabba requested. And well, if you thought the original Vegeta was being cruel about what he's doing, oh no, this Vegeta is actually worse. Remember, she was at first, when we first met her, she was quite, in a way, a lot more crueler and sadistic than her original counterpart. So her putting on the act that she is now the evil, cruel Princess Vegeta of all Saiyans, once again, she really had everyone going. And it was more than just that, you know. In a way, she was almost acting like Frieza, throwing almost Death Beam-like shots at Cabba, hurting him and damaging him. I will not take any excuses. You're a Saiyan. Fight me with everything you have, or I swear to God, I will wipe out your entire universe. She's taking it a little bit further than Vegeta, but in the end, the result is the same. Cabba does break the Super Saiyan barrier, and, well, this is where she goes, "Good. Now that you've hit that point, show me everything you've got." "Right! Master Vegeta!" But Cabba finally figuring out what Vegeta was actually trying to do all along. And of course, after making him, you know, stop the transformation and then doing it again to make sure he can actually still do it, you get a nice, good, friendly sparring session between the two Saiyans, ultimately with her powering up to Super Saiyan Blue and pretty much ending the match in one shot, much like the original does. And then, oh yes, we get the battle with Hit. And the battle between our Vegeta and Hit goes particularly different than what it does in the original. Vegeta's not beaten quite as easily. She's actually, since she's a bit more cautious and a bit more level-headed than her original counterpart, she's actually able to pinpoint on what Hit is actually doing, how his technique works. So much like Goku, for a certain amount of time, she's able to keep up with it, and it's a pretty good fight. Does she actually win and defeat Hit? Well, no. When Hit does his basic final improvement, it basically does send Vegeta out of the ring. And well, she's a little hurt and banged up, and ultimately Yamcha and Little Trunks basically pick her up and take her over to where the spectators are. Make sure she's alright. He's like, "I'm sorry, I lost the match." "What are you talking about, babe? You were awesome in there." You almost won the whole thing. Well, now, I guess it's now up to Goku to settle the matter. And, well, Goku pretty much stepping in, because, well, if Vegeta couldn't do this, there's no way Piccolo was going to be able to, and pretty much there's no way Boo would be able to either. So really, if Goku doesn't win this, the tournament's going to lose, and Beerus will lose his homeworld. Well, not homeworld, sorry. He'll lose his Earth to Champa. But with Goku able to observing the fight and seeing how Vegeta was able to pick up how hit works, Goku was able to pretty much figure it out for himself as well. And thanks to the extra one-on-one training he was doing with Whis, Goku actually didn't need to rely on the Kaioken transformation to ultimately reach the same clinical of power. And ultimately, with both of them arguing on who ultimately won the battle, Hit won! Goku won! You know, that big argument at the end. Ultimately, Goku surrenders the match like he does the original, leaving Hit the winner, basically more or less dooming their Earth to go over to Lord Champa. However, Hit decides to return the favor once Monarca is sent into the ring to fight, and basically takes a dive like he does in the original. And with that, Beerus gets to keep his Earth and gets the Super Dragon Balls. And after finding the final one, which happened to be the planet where they were holding their tournament to begin with, they were able to actually summon the dragon like usual, and Beerus, of course, doing a good thing for his brother, actually restores his Earth to the way it was so he could at least enjoy these delicacies too. Of course, I think Beerus was actually doing this in a way that he could hold that over his brother for the whole thing. But ultimately, yes, the tournament is concluded, the Earthlings are returned home, and well, another sort of crisis was averted. The Earth wasn't in any danger or anything, it just meant it would be moved to the 6th universe, if anything had have went wrong. And well, in short, basically, with that, nothing really major happens on Earth for, well, quite some time, until suddenly the Earthlings get a surprise visitor. A time machine appears before them, carrying a wounded future Trunks, who has come back to the past to get some help to save his timeline from a mysterious enemy known as Vegeta Black. Yes, not Goku Black this time. Let's rewind it a little bit. Yes, it was, instead of a Goku Black, Zamasu somehow managed to get a hold of Vegeta's body in this timeline, and attacking future Trunks' timeline, wiping out all mortals as he does, with basically Trunks barely able to escape his timeline thanks to the efforts of his late mother Bulma, who was killed by Vegeta Black, and of course Mai, presumed dead at this point. Of course she's not, we know that, but future Trunks don't know that. He was able to barely escape and basically wakes up to find his mother Vegeta standing there and pretty much goes to attack her. After all, remember, Vegeta is Trunks' mother in this timeline and Yamcha's the father. So if I accidentally said that future Bulma was Trunks' mother in this timeline, I do quickly take that back before I end this video. So ultimately, yes, future Trunks attacks his own mother from the main timeline, and I think that's where we're going to leave things for right now. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this story? How is this change going to ultimately affect the end of the Goku Black, now the Vegeta Black arc? Or will it simply just be the same thing, but with Vegeta Black instead? All this and more next time as we continue the discussion. And, well, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And, of course, leave your comments in the comment section. And, if you've got any ideas or any what-ifs you want to see me do or continue, please let me know. And, at some point, you never know, I might get around to them, and it'll be all because you put your input in the comment sections. Alright, catch you later.